What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. It's Joshua Coleman here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know how we start these videos. Let's make it a great day because mindsets matter. I'm gonna have to make this one quick, y'all. It is stormy here in Georgia. You may have seen it on the news. Definitely want to send prayers up to all those that were affected in Tennessee. Today is actually kind of an emotional day for me. I'm just gonna be real honest with you. This is the day before my mother's birthday. She was born on March 5th in 1959, and she passed away in 2013, the year that I got married to my wonderful wife. So I ain't gonna say I'm in my feels, but it's just kind of an emotional time. So I mean, anybody that's lost a parent, anybody that's, lost any loved one. My mom was like my rock, though. She was my everything. She was my first love. She gave me life. She gave me headaches. She gave me a lot of different things. As I'm sure as you are parents, those that are parents now and that have had parents that were active in their lives, she just wanted the best for me, and she gave me the best that she thought she could with the information that she was given and what she believed her worth was. I will save all of that, for another live. If you follow me, any social media, conferences, any mentorships, consultings, different things may come up, so you get a little bit more of the story. But the name of the Tell It Tuesdays, yes, I know it's Wednesdays, but since we're in this transition, we've been doing it on Wednesday mornings. May need to switch it up to like a What Up Wednesdays. But anyway, temporary. I want to tell you a quick story. Seen a lot of individuals, like I said a couple lives back, there was a 9-year-old that I read in the paper that actually took her, in the paper, I read on social media, she actually took her life, and there was an article where she said she was being bullied, and it really broke my heart. I'm like, 9-year-old girl, this is unacceptable. But then I began to reminisce, and I began to think, and I was just, walking. I did my early morning. I was praying with God before my meditation, and it was just kind of like, I really want to give something this upcoming week that's just meaningful. And I just began to think of when I was in my adolescence, or 12, 13. It was a really rough time in my life. Just transitioning from being homeless, from suffering with hunger, wearing hand-me-down clothes till I was 13. So I was just in that transition to where I was kind of moving. We were moving a lot, didn't really have anywhere to stay. And just going to school and understanding how I was ridiculed for the things that I wore. I was ridiculed for the way that I spoke. I was ridiculed because of the shoes that I wore. And I didn't see the value in myself. I didn't see the value that I brought. And it was like the end of the world for me. And just like anybody that has a teenager, knows a teenager, has been a teenager, even the smallest things. And with the way social media is now, it's like you either have everything or nothing. And in my mind, I didn't have anything. I was dark skinned. I didn't like my hair. I was the funny fat guy, being overweight, severely depressed. Being that we were poor, I really didn't have an eating disorder. I just wasn't eating, but somehow I was still maintaining my weight. Maybe it was stress. Just different things like that. And this is a very transparent Tell It Tuesday, just because I know individuals. I don't want it to seem like everything's perfect. I don't want it to seem like I don't go through anything, or even on this walk, being a motivational speaker, consultant, mentor, whatever you want to call it, transformational speaker, chasing my dream, going after my purpose, fulfilling, is not easy. There's a lot of late nights. There's a lot of early mornings. There's a lot of introspection. There's a lot of personal development. I need a coach. I have a coach. I have a mentor. And I want you to understand that where you are doesn't mean that you're always going to be there. And that's why the name of this particular live is temporary. Because in that state I was when I was 11, 12, 13, when I was having suicidal thoughts, when I was having friends that were attempting suicide, when I was walking to school with half of a sole on my shoe, and it's raining here today, and my sock would be wet, walking around all day wet, mismatched shoestrings, wanting to get there early enough to catch the bus so I could eat, because I was only going to eat at school. So that means I'm going in and getting free lunch. So they clowning me because I can't get ice cream. I can't get the slushies, the sour injections, different things like that. And I just want you to understand that everything you're going through right now is temporary. Everything you're doing right now is temporary. It may seem like the end of the world. It may seem like you can never get out of it, but I promise you, everything is temporary. Everything has a season. And if you're in a winter, or if you're in the valley, or if you're in that low place, that dark place, don't get trapped there. Don't believe that that's where you belong. Don't believe that that's your end. Don't believe that that's all you can do. I want you to do this exercise with me, because this is something I began to do when I was 11, 12, 13, going through that phase. And of course, just like anybody in their adolescence, you're coming into your teenage years, you don't really know who you are. And I'll applaud those that did. I know a gentleman, his name was Jared Pepper, could not believe how well he knew himself at that age. This is elementary to middle school and to high school. He knew who he was. He knew where he was going. So if that's you, just keep listening. You may can educate somebody, or you can share this with somebody. So if you're on here, hey, please throw a like, drop a comment, give me a reaction, let me know what you got out of it. But back to the me in this stage. I began to do this exercise where I would get to these points where I would begin to stress myself out. Some people will call it where you have an anxiety attack or different things like that. But I would say breathe. So what I want to do for you is, when you get into that space where you think that you're at your end, your wit's end, you can't do it, the money's not there to pay the bills, he walked out, she walked out, kids acting up, parents acting up, families shunned you, I need you to breathe. Whether you're in the shower and you're wondering how you're going to keep the lights on, I need you to take a moment and breathe. When you're in knee deep in your business, your shoulders deep, you're feeling submerged, you're feeling like, man, I can't figure it out, I don't know what I'm doing, entrepreneurship may not be for me, I need you to breathe. And I want you to do this exercise when you wake up in the morning. Don't jump straight on social media. Give yourself at least an hour, 15 minutes just to begin your day. Hydrate. Think different thoughts than you've been thinking before. Begin this transformation. So many times I know we come on and it's like, hey, do this, do this, do that. But I want you to find something that's going to work for you. Writing things down. I know a lot of people say, I'm not a writer. You had to write something. Write down your goals. It does something for you. Looking in the mirror and saying affirmations, positive things, it does something for you. Putting it before you when you're putting it on a refrigerator, if you're putting it on the alarm clock, if you're putting it on the wall, on the back of a door, something that you're going to go in every day and you need to read those things. It does something to your subconscious mind, because we as human beings, without using too many technical terms, we have to remain consistent with who we believe we are. So if you believe you're a failure, and not that it's a temporary place, I'm going to say that again, not that it's a temporary place, you're going to try to remain consistent with it. So you want to say, I am success. I am wealth. I am beautiful. I am lovable. I am phenomenally made. I am creative. I am worthy. As you begin to tell yourselves these things, as you have the I am statements, as you begin to put these things before you, you're going to attract certain things, whether you believe in the law of attraction or not. We can prove it scientifically, spiritually, religiously, however you want to look at it. It matters the conversation that you have with yourself. It matters the conversations that you have with your children. It matters the conversations that you have with each other. So what I want to tell you is, where you are is temporary. And I need you to breathe. Yes, your boss is getting on your nerves and they don't know you like that. You from that part of town, you bout that life. But I need you to breathe. The name of my sister's podcast, which is shameless plug, it's going to be Think Grace. She has this concept of giving each other grace. So what I want you to do today is, I need you to give yourself grace. Josh, what is grace? I'm so glad you asked. Grace is undeserved favor. Give yourself the opportunity to hit reset. Give yourself the opportunity to hit reset. Give yourself the opportunity to hit reset. You've earned that right. You're a human being. You're living. You're loving. You're existing. But what I want you to do is, I want you to reach your full potential. I want to unleash the immeasurable power within. You know that's my thing. Because we are living, breathing things. And the thing about it is, there's a book that you're writing. And if I handed you a book where I wrote the first 3 pages and said the rest is yours, that being your birth, that being the way you were brought up, that being your current situation, you can write the rest of it. You can write the rest of it. It's temporary. Concept being, if you can hold it in your hand, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Same concept in your life. If you can see it here first, the imagination, Napoleon Hill says that is the factory. Anything you're writing in, anything you're holding, anything you're wearing, anything you're seeing around you, the person that you think is so smart and so special, they're using that tool. You have it too. You just temporarily blocked the access. Get to know you. Get to love you. And once you love you, you're going to become unstoppable, because you're going to know you're worthy of everything that you can think of. Don't get caught up in chasing money when everything you need is here. Your value is here. Your value is here. Can you see that? Your value is here. You are the greatest asset. Your value is here. Don't settle. If you can't stop thinking about it, you're not over it. And one post that I made here recently, and I felt like I need to delve in this, and we'll do this on another live, but don't bury your problems. Because at some point it's going to come back up, whether it's washed up in an emotional situation or it's dug up by somebody that you thought you put away. We need to heal. And you know what? Might need to jump on the Think Grace podcast and have one about healing. I'll talk to her about it. Don't worry about it. But hey, I got to get in here. We got to make it happen. Love you guys again. I appreciate all the support. Share this with somebody. If it did something for you, drop a comment. I promise you I'll read every comment. I'll look at everybody that reacts, everybody that likes it, all the inbox of love. You can catch me on TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, The Gifted Exchange on YouTube. Holla at your boy. We're here to serve. We're here to help. Y'all know how I end these videos. Keep evolving. We're going to catch you in the next one.